We are all set to welcome you from deep within our hearts. Let the magic begin.
Hi, Kristen. Look here, look here. Hi, look here, look here.
वहाँ पे चलते हैं कार्पेट पे चलते हैं मैंने आपको धक्का नहीं दिया क्रिस्टल क्रिस्टल आ जाइए आप ले लो
इधर इधर और
थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर आ जाइए
अरे क्या
यस यस लुक हियर यहाँ पे मैं यहाँ पे
ओके
Let's check her out. Wow, I love this. Sorry, forgive me.
I got so mesmerized looking at myself, I was going to fall. I'm falling in love with myself, guys.
आप सबको मजा आता है. Come on, guys, take this. Love you, Crystal. Thank you. That's so kind. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, she come here. I want to have a pic with you. Please, Crystal, can I? Thank
This
you.
camera, please, right?
Once again, we're going to have your pic and your
Good
walk
touch,
as well.
madam, na?
So, friends from the media, a pic
Up
and
there
a
in the
walk.
center.
Look here, ma'am.
This camera, please.
Ma'am, here. Here, ma'am. Here, look here.
Hello everybody, request you to please move into the main stage area because we are starting shortly.
Ma'am, we are good. Ma'am, look here.
थैंक यू
Hello everybody, request you to please move into the main stage area.
Thank you, Parineeti, for really coming here, and let me formally, say welcome you to the event.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I must say it's a very fun crowd. We were sitting backstage and I was hearing some hoots and whistles. So good. Good. I always love it when it's a fun crowd.
Great. Before you came on stage, we are speaking about beauty, okay? And I'm sure because the crowd here is very specifically for that particular aspect, they have a lot of questions. So what I've done is, in my limited understanding of beauty, I have actually figured out what are the things that would be essentially top of mind for the people here, and I would be asking those really questions.
Okay, now I'm getting a little nervous, guys. I don't have some big secrets, but I'll try.
All right. First question is, what makes beauty so important for an individual? And how do you define beauty and personal care in your own words?
I feel like the word beauty has been used and abused sometimes. Sometimes people think beauty means a lot of makeup. Sometimes people think beauty is a great physique, 6 abs for the boys or whatever. What? 6-pack for the boys and, the perfect figure for the women. For me, beauty is when you feel good about yourself. Honestly, everybody's made differently. Sometimes your hair can look good. It can put you in a good mood. Sometimes you're wearing an amazing outfit. It can make you feel good. Sometimes the weather is so good. It can make you feel good. To me, beauty or when I feel beautiful is when I feel comfortable and happy. And then I don't really care about how I'm actually looking. Does that make sense? I could be really happy in my chappals and sweatshirt and I think I'm looking fab. And sometimes I could feel like wearing like a sari with jhumkas and full-on makeup, and I think that's beauty too. So I think beauty is about how you feel and not how you look.
That's actually quite insightful. So it's more internal rather than necessarily external.
Yeah, and I know that everybody says it's internal, but like so many people can't be wrong. I really genuinely feel beauty is definitely internal.
Perfect. So what is your beauty regime? How often do you change that?
Some of you have laughed because you know I'm going to be exposed now. The truth is I have no beauty regime, guys. I'm honestly one of those people who literally washes their face, puts on a moisturizer, lip balm, and I'm out of the house. And I don't have any nighttime 87-step skincare routine. If you come to my bathroom, you will see an empty counter, only my face wash and moisturizer, I swear to God. And this is something I've learned from my dad and my dadi and my mom. None of us own like 35 different products. If you need it for your skin, if you need it for medical reasons, if you like using it, if you like how it smells, you must buy the products that you love. For me personally, simpler the better. The more minimal it is, the better it is. And I've just felt like the more I let my skin breathe and my hair just be, the better it somehow turns out looking the next day. So lesser the better is my regime. Also, I'm lazy.
I think a part of my next question you have already addressed, but maybe
This happens a lot. I over-answer questions, and then usually people keep checking their questions. They're like, oh, sare answers isi mein de diye.
इसी में आ गए हैं.
हाँ, correct.
So,
ये होता है.
Now, since you have already, now you know what you want to buy or what you want to do that.
Yeah.
What is the most important thing to think about while let's say buying a beauty product? A part of that you already answered, but if you can just explore a bit more that.
Honestly, like everything else in the world, one size doesn't fit all. So do not listen to somebody and start using things on yourself. 99% it will not work. You need to do a trial and test. And unfortunately, that may be a long process for some because some people have sensitive skin, some people have sensitive hair, some people have brittle nails. Whatever is the beauty regime that you're trying to adopt, please do it on your own. A trial of your own is absolutely necessary. Don't blindly do what others are doing. Take advice from skin experts, take advice from websites, read about it, etc. But do trials with small quantities, and then you will know what works for you. That's what I feel.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
In general, what we have seen is that for the last few years, online has become extremely important for Indian consumers as well as outside. And beauty and personal care have become more so.
Yeah.
Have you bought online or when you buy online, essentially what do you think about or what would you essentially suggest what to look at online which makes sure that you do address whatever you have been speaking about till now?
I exclusively shop online actually now. I can't focus in a store anymore. I mean it. When I'm traveling abroad, I feel like today I'm going to go to the mall and today is the day of shopping. And I go to all these stores and I come out with nothing because I just feel like the variety and the ease that online shopping brings, honestly, on the floor, I just don't feel the same. And this is the truth, genuine truth. I mean, you know that online scrolling that you do on social media, etc. at night, I do it online shopping, putting in carts, sending to my stylists, be like, ye bhi, ye bhi, ye bhi, ye bhi. You know, that's me at night, guys. So I just feel like the convenience is very big today. Today, people want to save time. People are busy. They want access. They want variety. They want convenience. And that cannot come from going to the floor anymore. At least for me. And I know I speak for most people that I know. It's the same. So I literally buy even my toothpaste online now. Like I buy everything online. It comes into your hand, into your house. What else do you want?
That's absolutely the...
Yeah, you have to walk like 2 steps.
You don't want to walk 2 steps as well.
Not that also. Yeah.
Perfect. Good. See, I think one of the things that we see also online is you get a wide variety of products, right?
Yeah.
It is, you keep on scrolling, you'll keep on seeing new items.
Yeah.
When you understand your personal skincare needs, how do you essentially figure out what product is right for me, what to look at? What exactly is the way that you believe, say, think about those products?
I think reviews. I think people online are pretty brutal. You know, if they don't like something, they will write and make sure they write like 5 times about it saying, do not buy this. I think reviews can be trusted to a great extent. So for me, real people talking about the stuff that they've bought, you know, a face wash or a lip balm or a shampoo, whatever. I think people really go out there, make the effort and write things to help or maybe just to vent. I don't know. But it helps. You can I think you can sift through a lot of stuff. That's
I'll
what I
ask
think.
you a very personal question.
Please go for it.
More essentially to me. See, I have a dry skin.
Huh.
Okay. When I go and shop online, one of the aspects that I see is that a lot of people who may be reviewing items may not have the same level of dryness as me.
Correct.
Okay. How do I address that? I mean, when you look at product, is there a way to figure out, this is my skin tone, this is my... So how do you essentially figure out what is the right product for you?
Sir, जब तक कुछ taste नहीं करोगे, कुछ smell नहीं करोगे, how will you ever know? That's what I started with. You never judge a book by its cover. Unfortunately, that is the one weakness that we face in online shopping. The only way to do is, now there's so much of flexibility that websites offer you. You can buy, you can return, you can exchange, you can try. There are small quantities. It's not like you have to buy a 100 ml bottle for everything. So you must try. Every person is unique and nothing is gonna work for everybody. So to me, honestly, when you have dry skin, I may have dry skin, the other person may have very dry skin. The three of us will never ever work with the same product. So unfortunately for me personally, if you ask, it has to be a trial and error, nothing else.
Understood. And I think one of the aspects that actually technology does well is to get you that particular information absolutely right. So in the subsequent sections, you will also hear about a product that we have built that actually addresses that specific part.
Yeah.
All right, so again, thank you very much. I know I have a lot more questions than this, and I'm sure people here also have a lot of questions. But first of all, thanks a lot for coming and thanks for being so insightful here.
Thank you so much. It was lovely meeting you guys. I will now go and do some actual shopping. I will go and do some window shopping. But thank you so much, guys. Have a great time. Shop a lot. You're in good hands. Sir, your dry skin, don't worry. Flipkart hai na.
Thank you. So for actually opening of the event, I would like to invite Kanchan.
To check. Well, Parineeti, you have to actually just announce that we are finally live. So go ahead. Yes, yeah.
We need your opening.
Yes, we need your enthusiasm and your spirit to go ahead and say that the Flipkart Glam event is now live.
Oh, really? Let's do it together. Come. Sure. Come, sir. For all types of skin.
Very dry.
All right, we officially announce the Glamour Fest is now live.
Let's give that a huge, huge round of applause. Thank you.
Have fun, everyone. Good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Parineeti. Well, guys, let's give that a huge, huge round of applause.
येलो मारा है
मैम लुक हियर परी मैम
लेफ्ट राइट साइड मैम परी जी यहां पर देखिए मैम थोड़ा सेंटर परी जी मेरे पास क्या लिखा है परी जी लुक हियर
मैम लुक हियर परी मैम थैंक यू
लाइट जला लुक सेंटर लुक योर राइट थैंक यू
Full length.
राइट साइड मैम राइट साइड थैंक यू
Like you do, but I think my skincare also changes according to the weather. So in summer, this is what I'm using. Let's see, come winter, I might have to find my But you know, I'll try. Thanks.
Hi Nivita.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Any song, anything coming?
Sorry?
Any song, anything is coming?
Song right now is nothing. I'm doing a TV show right now, so I'm just not getting time for that. But very soon you will see me on something like that.
तो बिग बॉस होते थे और बिग बॉस होते थे मैं जा रहे हो मैम
नहीं इस साल तो नहीं जा रही हूँ काफ़ी फ्रेंड्स है इस बार जो जा रहे हैं तो ऑल द बेस्ट टू देम मे बी नेक्स्ट ईयर
यू आर लुकिंग गॉर्जियस
चलो मारने का फोटो
चलो 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 चलो
राइट में निविता जी इधर राइट में
Well, there you have it. We've got Bhuvan Baum in the house. And moving on, we've got Meghna Parao, Director, Facebook, E-commerce and Retail, joining us on stage. Please give her a huge round of applause. And may I also please invite our moderator for the discussion. It's Kanchan Mishra, Senior Director of FMCG, Home and General Merchandise at Flipkart. Welcome, and the stage is all yours. Well, see you soon. Enjoy the discussion.
Panelists with us here today. My first question to you, Sukleen. Good Glam Group is unique in having brands as well as content platforms under one umbrella. What role do you see content platforms and content commerce play in building brands?
I think today, if you look at everyone around us, all of us are making purchase decisions either by choosing a product that we read about or by selecting a product that we try based on our e-com purchase. So if digital is becoming ubiquitous, it's impossible to make a choice for a brand without having an authentic recommendation, which is where the role of influencers come in. Influencers give you their unbiased perspective, their own experience of the product. They make the product story come alive to you. So for brands, that authentic conversation comes alive with the influencers. So creator world becomes highly relevant. The second important pivoting leg is content. Now, content is not what brands want to say. Content is what viewers want to read. And in that realm, when people are putting out their stories, if brands can be woven in, that's a very organic way of seeding a brand. So for us as a company, our vision is very straightforward. How do we actually create a very authentic consumer journey where we can marry content, creator, and commerce? And the fourth vertical that we've just recently launched is communities, where we can also give consumers a chance to experience the products through very intimate relationships in offline settings. So it could be either on offline or via WhatsApp, but get a deeper engagement with consumers one-to-one. So in that context, it becomes extremely pivotal, especially for brands that are born on digital.
Thank you for that. And you're right. In Flipkart's small journey of live commerces and influencer-led commerce that we've done, we have seen over millions of customers engaging, a lot of them coming in from Tier 2 plus, largely seeking the trust and the connect that you're talking about. Meghna, you're an influencer in your own right. Given your experiences, how do you see content commerce evolving globally? And how do you see India catching up to the trends, or does India behave uniquely?
Firstly, I think the influencer tag goes to someone else here. I'm only busy working with the influencers and learning from them. But on that note, I think India, the one word I'll say is Reels. And I think we can't think of this entire ecosystem without Reels in it. And one very interesting fact to say that India is truly at the leading edge of trends is in the world of Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram. Reels was India was amongst the first countries where we launched Reels as a global company. Yeah, and today it's just taken it over completely. We see almost 24% of time increased where people spend time on Instagram since the launch of Reels. And even more importantly, when you connect it to commerce, in India, about 80% people say that they have seen a product on a reel and then engaged with that business. Almost 77% of them say they've bought something because they've actually seen a reel. And the other very cool thing is it's not just passive consumption of content. So on Reels, engagement is very, very high. So just internationally, about 2 billion Reels have been shared. And in India, about 97% of the people that we did a survey with say that they have themselves shared a reel. So I think that's the really, really nice part about content, where it's not just one way, passive, I see it and that's it, but I actually see it, experience it, and use it to make a purchase. And their creators have such an important role to play. So influencers, creators, we call them creators. And that's the other side to it, where India's on a fast path to be definitely the #1 country in terms of number of creators on Meta platforms. So I would say the number is almost like 100 million creators exist today in the country and very, very fast growing. So it's a beautiful synergy across that ecosystem.
Very interesting. 100 million creators. Wow. And you do see the impact. I mean, for a commerce platform like ours, customers who engage with real content, for example, are a lot more engaged, a lot more high on retention, higher basket size, lower returns. Just the quality of customer goes up many folds because of the trust that they build. Bhuvan, 26 million subscribers on your channel, 70 million followers on Insta. Wow. Tips for brands and influencers here. How do you make engaging content? And how do you make content that's relevant? What do consumers look for?
First of all, a very good evening to all of you. यार content engaging कैसे बनता है? मैं I go with this personal thing which is gut feeling. I'm sure यहाँ जितने भी लोग हैं उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ के major decisions जो हैं बड़े decisions हैं वो gut से लिए हैं अपने कि मेरा gut कहता है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए वैसा होना चाहिए. When I started, I knew that if I want to penetrate the masses, if I want to enter each and every building of this country, I need to make my content relatable. ये relatable, I know एक बहुत ऐसा word है जो बहुत overuse हो गया है, हर कोई बोलता है कि relatable बनाना है, but मेरे साथ actually 8 साल पहले, अभी 5 दिन में 8 साल हो जाएंगे बीबी की वाइन्स को, और मैं यही सोचता हूँ कि why has it worked for me in these 7 years? It's because relatability. I know that I've seen people in my DMs, on mails, or when I meet them in person, they tell me कि वो जो समीर, बनछोड़दास और भुवन की जो बातें हो रही थी ना कल परसों के वीडियो में, वो हमारे साथ हो चुकी है. So that's why it's a responsibility on me that whatever I say, I have to make it relatable so that people feel okay, he's a part of us. And I feel similarly, thanks to the Man Company, हम लोगों ने जो भी किया है साथ में, आप पहली चीज़ तो ये आप किस तरह कंटेंट क्या कंटेंट लोगों को दिखाते हो वो तो एक बात है, लेकिन आप किस तरह उसको प्लेटर पे सर्व करते हो, it's a art in itself. And I think the Man Company has played a really good part in that, क्योंकि लोगों को इतना accessible feel होता है मैं अगर अपने केस में बोलूँ तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्सेसिबल फील है कि हाँ ये एक प्रीमियम प्रोडक्ट भी है, लेकिन जिस तरह प्रमोशन किया गया है, जिस तरह लोगों तक एक बात पहुँचाई गई है, वो बहुत हर महीने में रिलेटेबल है, एंड आई थिंक इट हैज़ वर्कड रियली वेल फॉर द मैन कंपनी एंड मी एज वेल.
Thank you on that. I will not stand a lot between the rest of the event. Just closing remarks from all of you, and we'll take turns. How do you see the role of content commerce, content platform, commerce platforms, and influencers evolving in the era that India is entering in terms of retail and commerce?
So I think when you think of content, you definitely think of platforms like Meta, because for all influencers and creators, that's the home. It allows them to really reach and engage their audiences. Yeah, all the stats that you said that Bhuvan has, those fantastic stats. So I think we see ourselves as the place where you can place the content. It's where you're able to engage and reach those audiences. And we want to enable and help folks like brands like Glam or marketplaces like Flipkart to be that place where you're able to connect both those things. Fantastic content from creators, and you folks can do the commerce. And we are just that enabler, bringing everyone together. I think that's the big role we play. The other thing we see is that to play with this medium, jaise aapne bola tha, you want to make content relatable, I think it's that same space that how do we take it to brands, and how do you bring the right messages to consumers. So we've actually created this program called Made on Reels, and we publicize that program and use that to bring both these ecosystems together, which is the creators and the brands, so that it's a journey that we are all learning every day, all the time. We also work with really small creators, and almost 500,000 creators across the country are on a program with us, where we keep telling them and teaching them the tips and tricks, and similarly take the voices of brands like yourself to them in terms of saying, how can we do more of this and how can we do it better? So that's the role that we want to see ourselves play in content and commerce and bridging that.
Clean?
I think if I look at the larger ecosystem, I think one of the things which Bhuvan said is very correct, which is people want to hear the real story. You know, beyond a point, nobody wants to be just told brands preaching. They want to hear from real people, their real experiences. So I think in times to come, for sure, creator economy will thrive. And I think if you look at a country like ours, India loves brands. We love buying everything that is branded. So in that context, brands and new brands will thrive even more. I mean, if you look at the young people around yourself, nobody wants to wear the brands their moms were wearing. So clearly, brands are here to stay. And if you look at the content platforms on the other side, now those are platforms which are not pushing an agenda. They have a very loyal audience who likes reading their content which is relatable for them. So if you look at content on a Scoop Whoop, it's all the funky men who want to read about stuff which is specific to men and their kind of conversations. Parenting portals, women's lifestyle portals. So fundamentally, it's fostering people to come together and share views and influence each other.